What's up, guys? I am Corey, and this is Apple Knows. So without further ado, let's get started and see what Apple knows this week. Or, one second, do you like this setup? This is going to be my new setup, and I pretty much think that this is going to work. I'll give you the secrets to how this works in a video coming this week. So, leave a comment below and tell me if you guys like the setup. And without further ado, let's get started and see what Apple knows this week. Have you guys ever dropped your phone in a toilet or dropped it in a pool? Or maybe jumped in the pool with the phone in your pocket? Not a good idea. I have to say I've dropped my phone in a toilet before, and it is not fun. If you've ever tried to bring it to a store to get it fixed, a retail store or a repair shop, it doesn't matter if it's your manufacturer or not. Sometimes they'll say that they can't help you because of your liquid contact indicator is changed colors, and that means you have had water inside your phone. By the rumors going around, Apple might have a change in heart about their water damage policy. The reports that are going around are saying that Apple will look at your iPhone or iOS device, whatever it is, as long as there's no corrosion inside your device, within the chips, or anything inside your device. And that'd be good if you're like outside just walking around and it starts raining and you have your phone out and then you turn it and water gets inside your phone. You're like, oh crud, whatever, it's just a little bit of water. But then you have a problem with your phone, a few weeks down the road, you go into the Apple store and you're like, hey, my phone's not working, and they look at it and they see the water indicator changed colors and they're sorry, I can't help you, so here you go, here's your broken phone. Well, that doesn't help me. So, Apple has a change in heart, maybe, by the rumors that are going around with Apple repair shops are saying that they might change their heart in the Apple water damage policy, and that'd be good. So if you're by the pool or playing Angry Birds on the pot and accidentally drop your phone into the toilet, then your phone will be fine, and as long as there's no corrosion inside your device, then you're fine and Apple will help you fix it. This week, Apple rejected Sony's Reader app in the App Store because it used its own ecosystem for purchasing books. And Apple has always had this rule in place, and the Time report quotes that the company Apple has told application developers, including Sony, that they can no longer sell content like ebooks within their apps or let customers have access to purchases they have made outside the App Store. Apple's main reason for doing this is because they get 30% of whatever the developer puts out, and so if they're making $1 from the stuff that they're doing, from the books or whatever application they're doing, let's say Angry Birds, just out of the random, that Eagle Eye or whatever it's called, if they charge $1 for it, then Apple gets 30 cents of it and the rest goes to the developer, which is 70 cents. And that's how Apple makes its money for putting out the apps on the App Store. So that's pretty much the reason why Apple's doing that, and they're not just being big jerks. They need to make some money to have enough money to let other people put out free apps and to get the developers well known across all the consumers that Apple has. 9to5Mac has got their hands on a believed to be iPad 2 screen with the help of iFixYourEye.com. The iPad 2 screen is 1mm thinner, and it's also a little bit lighter, and it appears to have the same resolution as the first generation iPad, and the bezel around the outside of the iPad is a little bit thinner, so it's not as black and more screen space, and it also appears to have an anti-glare coat on the screen, so you can read it outside, no more worrying about that. And if you're interested in the screen and anything else about the iPad 2, check out my video right there, and you'll see all the rumors and speculation, and see what's in store for the iPad 2. I'm pretty sure you guys are tired about hearing stories about the Verizon iPhone, but stick with me, and this is probably the last story about the Verizon iPhone, hopefully. The Verizon iPhone was released for pre-orders for Verizon customers this last week on the 3rd, and it's coming soon for pre-orders for non-Verizon customers that are planning to switch over to get the iPhone, and you can do that on Wednesday, February the 9th. And then you should receive your iPhone on the 10th if you ordered it on the 3rd because you're already a Verizon customer. That's all about the Verizon iPhone. So let's go on to our next story. Signs are pointing to an iOS 4.3 release sometime in mid-February. The third release of beta for 4.3 was released to developers, and it seems that Apple's trying to get out the software really fast, and then hopefully out to consumers pretty soon in mid-February. And it makes sense with the Verizon iPhone that's just been pre-ordered and hopefully coming out pretty soon on the 10th, and then hopefully the iPad 2 pretty soon after that. The untethered jailbreak from Greenpois0n for iOS 4.2.1 is now available. The jailbreak works with the iPod 2nd generation, 3rd generation, and 4th generation, the iPad, the only generation that's out, iPhone 3GS, and the iPhone 4. And while jailbreaking is free and legal, just as long as you do nothing illegal with it, remember it voids your Apple warranty, and while you can restore your iPhone or whatever device, you're risking breaking your iOS device. If you have bought music on the iTunes store on your computer, you probably know what Genius recommendations are, and if you don't know what Genius recommendations are, they're recommendations or selections for movies, TV shows, and music based on your purchase history. And this feature has been out for quite some time now, and on the iTunes version on your computer. And now it can be found on your iPhone and iPod Touch. By tapping on the More tab on the bottom of your iTunes Store app, it will reveal the new option for Genius recommendations. You do not need to download anything to see these new features. Apple has put it up on their servers, and therefore you do not need to update your phone to see the new changes. All you have to do is tap on it. That is all Apple knows this week. Check back next week to see what else Apple knows. I'm Corey, and to see what Corey knows, follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/CoreyEwing1. The link will also be in the description. And thank you for watching as always, and make sure to subscribe and rate if you haven't already. And without further ado, bye-bye.